G'day all, welcome back to the G-Man Show. We're back on the internet again together today. Bit of current affair we're having a look at. So alright, first clip, the salmon sperm trend that many young Australian women are embracing to look younger. The never-ending quest for youth and beauty. Let's see how it can go wrong. What could go wrong?
The older we get, the younger we want to look, and some will try just about anything. When Kristen saw the latest trend, backed by Hollywood stars, she was all in. Only problem, she had a horrible reaction to it. Her doctors needed to know what was in it, so they could treat her, but the company behind the product is acting a bit fishy.
I'm ashamed of it. I paid to look like that, which is pretty scary.
We all know fish is a good source of protein, vitamins and minerals. But when...
I don't get what's with people having to constantly seek the knife, seek injectables to try and look artificially younger or what society would say more beautiful. I know men do similar things. Like guys, I think, get Botox as well now. Apparently, that's sort of that's sweeping the nation as well. You guys should hear about a new one called Scrotox. It goes into your ball sack. So you get some emu eggs going on. But I'll say one thing about women, right? I'll give them that. They are pretty tough in terms of putting up with pain. You know, jamming needles in their face, getting all these types of surgeries and Brazilian butt lifts and all these sort of things, doing these procedures to themselves or having them done, should I say, for the quest of looking beautiful. And I would suspect that would be extremely painful.
Kristen was introduced to this fishy facial.
Salmon sperm. Yeah, it's the latest craze.
Oh.
Everyone's doing it.
All right.
She never expected she'd wind
Are you guys doing it? Are you guys getting fish jizz put all over your face? I'd love to know. Especially you ladies who watch me. If you ever thought about getting some salmon sperm injected into your face because Jennifer Aniston said it was a good idea.
up looking like a pufferfish.
Everybody wants the fountain of youth, and silly me would pay anything to do that, but now I think I'd think twice before.
We live in a world where we all get excited about online information and social media. I think sometimes it's tempting to take medical advice from someone who's famous.
I got salmon sperm facial with salmon sperm injected into my face.
A salmon sperm facial.
I did.
That is true.
The treatment...
What's with people, they say things on TV like that, and I'm not going to go far down the rabbit hole here, but Hollywood is the biggest marketing machine there is. Would they actually have even done that? How do you know? How do you validate that they've had the treatment? They're just marketing their voices for big companies to brainwash people. They go, oh, well, Jennifer Aniston said she didn't, and she looks good, and I'm going to look like Jennifer Aniston, so I'm going to jam fish jizz into my face.
is called Redurin, derived from salmon DNA. It's been made big thanks to Hollywood, but originated in South Korea. And now it's available in beauty clinics all over the world.
It's all over social media. They're saying that this Redurin is going to replace Botox.
Kristen's Brisbane Botox injector convinced her to try it under her eyes to improve wrinkles.
I think for about 13 years I've been having anti-aging treatments.
13 years. Like, what should probably be, late 30s, maybe early 40s? Just, I don't know. Why can't people just age? That's my opinion. I'll speak from a male perspective. From my male perspective, I mean, maybe some guys find that whole Kardashian look attractive where it's completely manufactured. They don't really look like that. It's injectables, it's makeup, it's Brazilian butt lifts, it's surgeries. Look at the pictures of those Kardashian girls before they themselves became famous in the mainstream. You can't even recognise them. They've been cut up and chopped up and sliced and diced and injected with all sorts of things. For me, as a guy who likes it natural, I couldn't think of anything least attractive.
fillers and Botox and things like
It's the biggest thing ever. Okay, guys, I want you to tell me in the comments, do you think, put it for the ladies who watch, do you think Botox looks good? I certainly do not.
that. So I'd never been shy of trying something new.
It's supposed to stimulate collagen, repair and hydrate skin. And Redurin is TGA approved in Australia.
And it's not cheap.
It's not cheap. It was, I think, $17.99 for a 3-course pack, and you did one treatment every 4 weeks. So if it's expensive, you think that it would work, right? Yeah.
It's been a very expensive lesson.
Yes.
And painful one at that, even with numbing cream.
The never-ending quest for your beauty. I'll tell you, as I said, you women are troopers. I would not let anyone put a syringe anywhere near my face and jamming that in. Like you said, the girl earlier, she had all the bleeding holes on her, around her mouth from getting the lip fillers or plumping agents or whatever they are put into her face. As I said, guys, get Scrotox. You can have some nice, plump, smooth ostrich egg ball sack going on. It's the new craze.
In grid-like patterns, the solution is injected into the skin. These bumps are normal and usually go down in a few days, but Kristen started experiencing adverse reactions.
And then my face just felt really heavy and it felt swollen and it looked like I'd been crying. Just kept flaring up. I kept getting swelling, bruising. It was itchy, it was tingly, it was closing up my eyes.
And 7
You know,
months...
what could go wrong? As I said, once again, you just jammed a whole syringe full of salmon jizz like into your face. Do you think about this? Take a step back. Who cares if Jennifer Aniston or Kim Kardashian and all these other TikTok people say they've done it? Do you think it is natural to have salmon sperm injected deep into your face? Have a think about it. I don't think it's supposed to be there. No wonder your body didn't like it. Your face is swollen up like you've had a whole bunch of bee stings.
months on, Kristen says the flare-ups haven't stopped.
It just flares up every maybe 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes a week apart. If I go out drinking, it flares up. If I do Pilates, it flares up. If I work out too much or, if I rub my eye in my sleep, it just flares up and I just wake up with these puffy red eyes.
She puts this LED mask on.
Well, technically it's worked, right? Because it swells up and if she gets the puffy eyes, then there's no wrinkles under the eyes. There you go, job done. Maybe not as advertised.
For half an hour every morning to reduce inflammation before taking an antihistamine.
You're not allergic to anything?
Not allergic to anything. The clinic have been very good. They've reimbursed all my costs. I'm not out of pocket for anything. They've paid all my medical bills. They've sent me for ultrasounds. They've sent me for blood tests. They have been really trying to help. But I guess it's Redurin that we need the answer for because they've put something on the market that they don't know how to reverse.
What we don't have right now is a passage of time to see what happens down the track in terms of risks and benefit. And we certainly don't have yet any big medical studies looking at this sort of therapy.
Dr. John...
Have a think about the Brazilian butt lifts and have a Google of that. There's a thing called BBL smell. And what BBL smell is, well, it's two things. It's pretty gross, really. As I said, women will do a lot of things to try and look better, to look more beautiful, to have a plumper butt, a big perky bum. The way that the BBL stinks like rotting meat is because essentially a lot of that fat doesn't take that is injected into their butt and it rots inside of the body and then it gets excreted through the pores, like through your body odor. And so you literally stink like a dirty bin that's full of, dead fish heads or something like that. It's disgusting. The other one is they can't wipe their behind properly because their ass is too big, unnaturally big. You can't get in there. I just think it's, I don't know. I can't get my head around why people do this to themselves. Fish jizz, BBLs. Even Scrotox sort of been promoting.
Pagliaro is an experienced dermatologist with clinics across Brisbane. He says we just don't know enough about Redurin.
Biggest study was in South Korea where they looked at review following treatment and defined improvement in certain things like tone and wrinkles and skin colour and things. But a lot of those patients had also had other injectables, so it's a little bit cloudy in terms of using just that study.
It isn't something he'd recommend to his patients right now.
No
I
shit.
might just wait a little while to see how the brave handle it. I would wait and see if there are any long-term effects.
I've tried to contact Redurin. I get no response back, and the clinic have said that Redurin have a case open. But there's no antidote, there's no cure, there's nothing, there's no serum to reverse it. That's it. It's in your face. Good luck.
Well, that's it. And you also made that decision. So where's the accountability to say, I put salmon sperm. I've said it 3 times now. You have injected salmon cum into your face. And you're surprised that you've had a negative reaction. Maybe don't do that. All right, I'm going to leave it there. We're going to jump into the next one. I thought it was quite a funny story, okay? And it's about a vape shop. It's like, real cutting-edge journalism here. Before we get started, guys, if you're liking my content, me mixing it up a little bit, let me know in the comments. Press the hype button. There's a new hype button now, apparently, in YouTube. Please press that. It helps my channel get pushed up. Please add a comment. As I said, that engagement really helps the channel out. And consider subscribing if you want to see more daily drops. Let's go.
Ali Langdon, welcome to A Current Affair. There's nothing sweet about a lolly shop acting as a front for an illegal vape store. What's even more alarming than what Puff Palace sells is its location.
Oh, listen to the music.
Do you sell vapes here?
No.
But you advertise out the front
That's just
on the
a sign.
sign. I don't know how they haven't already been.
The joint is called Puff Palace. There is someone smoking durries on the sign. And on the signage out the front, it says they sell vapes. Case closed. Now, they're in here saying, well, you're saying that you're not doing it, but you're selling illegal vapes, apparently. But your sign says that. He goes, nah, mate, nah. What would you say if A Current Affair walked up to you with 6 cameras in your face and put a microphone in your face and said, do you know anything about this? You're going to say no.
Been in trouble for it.
And just looking at the signage and everything, it's so appealing to kids.
Puff Palace looks like an ordinary lolly shop, colourful and full of candy. But is it all smoke and mirrors? We're here for what's hidden behind the counter.
I was wondering if you guys sell vapes at all.
No.
They're denying it, but not trying to hide it. Alongside the warheads and Hubba Bubba, the writings on the wall.
You don't sell vapes. No. That's interesting because you're advertising out the front that you sell vapes.
The poster...
Dodgiest looking Middle Eastern bloke sitting there. Nah, man. Nah. Current Affair walks in. What do you think he's going to say? Let's talk about this. Every single shop, they're trying to do a crackdown on this joint, which is just blatant. Any one of those sort of confectionery, you see those sort of shops with, odds and ends in them, like different sort of products. But really, they're just a front for selling manis. For smashing out carton after carton of manis, double happiness, and vapes, because the government's cracked down on it. And the government with the cigarettes is charging way too much in tax. I'm not going to rant about too much about that today. This is not an outrageous event. Go to any strip shops, to decent sort of middle of a town or a suburb somewhere. You're going to find a shop that's selling manis, Manchesters, and all this sort of stuff. It's completely blatant. It's not a crackdown operation. We need to put in Jason Bourne here.
The girl for Puff Palace at Belmore in Sydney's West also leaving a sour taste.
Does your boss know that it's illegal to advertise vapes and tobacco?
Probably is. I think it's all over the news, to be honest.
Still, check this out. A young bloke enters Puff Palace. He asks the shopkeeper for a vape. The customer then leaves with a 10,000 puff vape, kiwi pineapple flavour. He was charged $35, no questions asked.
I know that you said that you don't sell vapes, but I know for a fact that you do.
Says
and I
who?
have evidence of you selling vapes.
Says who? Are you sure? Are you sure from the shop? I think you're
100%
mistaken.
sure. I can show you the vision if you like.
No, I don't want to see it. I'm not the boss.
Even more alarming than what Puff Palace claims to sell is its location.
Good. Government wants to ban stuff. Good. I support it. I don't support it being marketed in stores where there's kids. But at the end of the day, the government's cracked down on all these vices for people. They're going to go to the black market for it. No ifs or buts. No ifs or buts. And no pun there.
Across the road from a school. Make that 2 schools, primary and secondary school kids exposed.
You just took your girls in and bought some lollies.
Yes.
But did you know that they're selling illegal vapes and cigarettes?
I had no idea, actually. Well, considering I didn't know it was selling vapes, it's pretty unsettling.
Do you sell vapes to kids at all?
Horrified. I totally against.
Yeah, do you sell vapes to kids? Yeah, I do. He's going to say that with the cameras in his face. Yeah, I'll sell them to kids. Some are 4-year-olds. I love it.
A gymnastics academy and a daycare also within 50 metres.
Who cares?
And a vape shop right there in the middle of it all.
I don't know why they want to get young people hooked, maybe, you know. This is very cunning and selfish.
If it's illegal,
I wouldn't say it's about more or less marketing to young kids. It's a lolly shop is the front, and all that illegal stuff that is being sold behind the counter there, or the black market, that's the real business. That's the real high margin stuff. I think they're trying to make it like they're trying to sell to kids. Have they got it on video, them selling to a kid? Maybe they will, but I like the way that this context is going.
It should be shut.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that they haven't been in trouble. Like, they built it, they put up the sign, and someone must have had to say, like, yes, this is approved.
But approval isn't needed for shops like this or the many tobacconists now plaguing our neighbourhoods.
Why is that?
Something Inner West Mayor Darcy Byrne has been trying to change.
Try to change it all you want. It's here to stay. You're charging $50 for a packet of cigarettes, or $40 for a pack of 20s, $60 for a pack of 25. You got Winnies or whatever, Winfield Blues, Stivos, all the more higher end stuff. People aren't going to pay that. This is how you stop it. It isn't about cracking down and all that, because another shop pops up. One goes down, another 3 pop up. They're everywhere. It cannot be stopped. There's not enough manpower in this country to stop it. How about just stop taxing cigarettes to this extent? Where they're 6 times the price of a counterfeit packet. Why would you not? Oh, that's right, because you make money out of it. Love it.
Why are shops like this slipping through the cracks?
Because there's no need for a development application, an application to council before these shops can open, they're able to spread very easily throughout the community. By simply submitting a change of use form, they can open within days.
So essentially what you're saying is it's easier to open up a tobacconist than it is to get a tree cut down in your front yard.
As easily as you would convert a bakery to a hairdresser's. That's not good enough.
As of July last year, vapes can only be sold nationwide through pharmacies where the customer has a prescription. It's sparked a black market using tobacconists, lolly shops and convenience stores as a front, targeting a new generation of smokers. Recently, Inner West Council enforced the removal of signage at a Dulwich Hill shop featuring a children's toy holding a cigarette.
That's pretty blatant, isn't it? All right. What do you guys think about that? Do you think, because I don't think it is. I don't think many kids, you're going to see a 6-year-old going, you know what, I want to get a packet of Durries, or I want to get a vape. It's a front. Once again, do they have footage of a kid buying it?
Even really able to track who is opening these stores, and if they're caught acting illegally, it's more difficult to prosecute them.
From what I've heard, there
Get 'em.
Dr. Brian Burns is an
It's not about selling to kids. It's about stopping tax leakage. That's all it's about.
emergency physician at Royal North Shore Hospital. He regularly treats adolescents for vape-associated lung injury. Some of his patients are just 11 years old.
Well, there you go. It's pretty cooked, isn't it? I think vapes especially, young kids smoking vapes because they've been told it's healthy, quote unquote. Anyway, the joint's cooked. The government's created this problem. They should have just had it so vapes were competitively priced or cheaper. If you bought them at Woolworths and Coles and places like that where you needed an age check and it was hard for these kids to get them. And same with cigarettes. But no, it is a self-created problem. And it's unfortunate because this is casual. These are casualties if it's young kids. But at the end of the day, they're making decisions. I know it's a young kid, but fuck. You're going to smoke vapes to the point where you've got popcorn lung? Whether it's cigarettes or something else, that kid's going to go down a bad path, I think. All right, I'm going to leave it there. As I said, I'm not defending it. I'm just being critical of the current affair report. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.